Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of Marketing Unleashed. I am Jeff C. from Manly Pinterest Tips, and I'm here with some amazing Tailwind people. Of course, Elisa Meredith, who is always awesome, my cohort on the show. And also we have Sarah, fairly silently, because her internet's wonky in power outage of Oklahoma City. But we're going to do the best we can today because it's live video, and that's just the way it is. But we want to make this show all about you. So if you have questions, make sure you ask it down below. And we would love it for you as we're going along, because we have some really cool announcements, kind of a cool demo we're going to show you. But as we go along, if you see somebody like, hey, this person really needs to know about this because this is amazing, mention them down below, right below. Let them know, call them in. They can't make it live. They can watch the replay, but we want to make sure that you guys are here. In fact, here's somebody who's here almost every week, and I almost every time don't pronounce her name correctly, but Trona, thank you so much for showing up today. Appreciate you and all your comments every time. But yeah, so we want to make this all about you, so let us know as we're going along. But today, we are talking. Oh, we got more people popping in. Look at all these people.
I have to point this out. Hey, Heather. Okay. Whenever there's a still shot or my camera freezes, I look monstrous. I think most of us do, right? Sarah has the cutest frozen faces. So watch for those too. It's like a little bonus today.
Share them to Instagram. Tag us. Yeah. So, hey, Paul, thank you for watching. Paul's over in Kim and I's group, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to be talking about this new thing that just rolled out. It was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes, it's yesterday. We sat and watched Janelle push a button on a screen of code that we had no idea what it meant. But what it meant
I don't have a shirt, so that was kind of an oversight on your part.
Totally. Yeah. But you know what? I don't know. You'd have to do something with the beard in order for it to show.
I know. I can do this. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
But anyway, so let's give people who don't know what it is. Let's talk about this Tailwind Create. What is it, and why is it such a big deal? Why are you so excited?
Oh, well, it's exciting when you work on something for months and see it actually happen and see people actually using it. What it is the easiest way to create gorgeous Pinterest images and then schedule them right from the same place. So we're going to show you how it works, but that's kind of the 2-second pitch for it. It really is fast. They're beautiful, and it's very flexible, and everything is kind of customized for your brand. So yeah. Super excited about it. The response has been amazing. People are just loving how much time it saves them and how much fun it is.
Right. And we've been teasing it on this show for the last, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And we asked last time for you guys to send in some of your own content, and we were going to create some of that stuff live. So if you're listening on the podcast, we are going to use our words and explain what we're doing, because otherwise it's going to be really confusing. So, but why don't you open up the tool, and we're gonna show the. I guess I'll hit it. I'll do like this. So we're gonna show you what this looks like. Why don't you explain like how the interface, how to get started, the buttons, all that kind of stuff, because I think a lot of people are super excited about this.
Yeah, I will. I just also want to say that Sarah is here because she is like the Tailwind Create customer success expert. So she is here to answer all of your questions about Tailwind Create.
And also, if you want to find out more about it, make sure you go to tailwindapp.com/create. If you haven't seen it, or you're like, I want this, like I want it now, you can go to tailwindapp.com/create and check it out, because it's very, very cool. We're so excited. I don't know if you've noticed that, but we are.
We're kind of excited. Yeah, also a little half of our team is in Oklahoma City, and they're having this amazingly crazy ice storm. So many without power and without Wi-Fi. So it's been interesting.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So you ready? You want to see it?
Really go ahead. Get going.
All right.
So is this the screen they see when they first come up? When they first
because they will need to set up their brand preferences. I'll show you that in a minute, but we're kind of skipping that for now. So for now, we're going to start a new design.
Okay.
Okay. So we're initializing. So it's pulling in all my brand preferences, getting ready to go, thinking for a moment. Okay. Here's where it happens. So I'm going to put in my destination link, and it's going to kind of crawl the site and pull in some photos. It's going to pull in the title from your page, which isn't always the the text you want on your.
I want to slow you down a little bit. So you went in there and you dropped in your blog post link in, and you just copied and pasted your title from your blog post, and it actually scraped that. And,
no, it pulled this in it on its own.
Oh, okay. So you can edit this if you want to.
Yes,
you can go in
you're
and
going to
change
want to edit that one. Sometimes they're perfectly fine. This one I wouldn't want to use, but you'll also notice that every image of the right size is going to come up.
It pulled it from your blog post.
Pulled it from your blog post. Now, there are other things you can do too. You can upload images, or you can use stock photos. But where we have some images to work with, we are going to go with the site photos.
Gotcha. So, and this is somebody who submitted their post? Okay.
This is, let me get the name here. This is Nicole of socialvibetribe.com. And what we're going to do is, if you see your images here and you're like, I want some of those.
Right, exactly.
Of course, we want you to go and try Tailwind Create. But if you want us to send them to you, just let us know. Send me an email, Elisa@tailwindapp.com, and just let me know that your images were on the show and you'd like some. They'll be a little different, obviously, because every time you come in here, you see something different. I'm going to grab a couple that don't have any text on the image and see what we come out to. This one's pretty. Okay. So now I have selected 4 images. That will give me the best variety. Okay, this is a magical moment, though. Yeah, do you have a question before?
Yes. So so you're selecting photos and dragging them into like a little bin there underneath photos. Yeah. Is there a limit of how many you can have, or what's kind of like recommended to start with when you're first creating your bin?
Sarah, is there a limit on the upper end of that? Because I don't know.
Sorry, ask the question again. It cut out.
So how many images can you put in this like hopper? When she was selecting images like from you that you can upload or you can pull from your site or whatever, is there a limit on how many images you can select?
I'm not 100% sure on that set limit. I can figure that out for you, but you can add as many as you like at the time right now.
Okay.
But I will get back to you on that.
Okay,
limit.
Cool. That's good. See, I try to stump people. That is my job. I try to break them.
Well done, Jeff. Okay. I decided
somebody's going to ask that question.
That's right. You're right. Okay. So I have added a bunch.
You haven't been asked that yet.
Oh, good. Good. All right. Cool. So we're going to create images. Watch this. It's thinking. It's creating. And now we have thousands of images to look at. So
very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to be said, like this is just like putting templates together. Take your blog post and all that's the title and your brand assets, and it's making these pins. Now you want to tweak these, right? You don't want to. Totally. Most of the time, you don't want to just let them just hit publish. You want to tweak them a little bit. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. So you come in here, and obviously there are some things we want to change. So. In my brand preferences, I'll just show you this because this is what you'll want to set up first when you come into the tool. So you're going to set your brand colors. I mean, everyone has brand colors, but I also particularly like our curated palettes here.
Yes, these are very cool. I saw these earlier.
Yes.
They are.
Yes, thank you, Julie. Okay. And then we have brand fonts too. So the title font and the subtitle font, you can find font combinations that might look good. I know that's a hard one for a lot of people to come up with.
It's hard for me. It's my kryptonite right there. Yeah.
It's tough, right? So we have a bunch of them there. I'm going to go with this, and you put your website or brand name there. You can upload several logos because, they don't always look right on every image. So, okay, so we're going to come back here, and you're going to see kind of a randomized listing here or design gallery. Now, what we can do from here is so much. So let's just start with this one because I like this template, but I'm not feeling the color here.
Right.
Okay.
So you're clicking on what? What did you just click on?
I just clicked on this try on different looks.
Okay.
And I can cycle through the different colors.
That's very cool.
I like the blue one. Okay. We're going to do something about that.
Now let's say I want that blue to be a little darker. Can I change that?
Why, yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
You can. But first, I want to show you some other cool things you can do right while you're here. So I might feel like, I want to zoom in a little bit and move this around. You can do that right from this selection of images, right? So you don't have to go anywhere or do anything special, just click, and I use my little scrolling mouse to zoom in. You can also be like, I kind of like this, but I want to see if there's a different option for this layout. You click the little layout button and it moves things around. Some of them have many different layouts for you to try.
So there's multiple layouts per template that you can play with.
Now, not all of them yet. We're still working on getting all of them done.
Right. But a lot.
Boy, there are a lot. But yes. And then if you're like, okay, I like this layout, but I don't like the photo. I want to try a different photo that I uploaded. You just click on the photo button and it will switch out the photo for you. I think I'm going to try to get one of the, like that one to show up. Okay. All right. So this is pretty good, but I still need to fix this font color, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the edit button and it opens up an advanced editor.
This is what, now just let me pause here.
Yeah.
That separates a lot of these template places from Tailwind Create, because the ability that once you go, because a lot of things will auto-generate stuff for you, and then you just kind of like, okay, I can pick my colors, whatever. But this right here, this is the secret sauce, I think, of Tailwind Create, because I love this. I think it's awesome. Okay, sorry.
Oh, no. I mean, yeah. Go right ahead. So okay. I'm going to change the font color here, and I can pick from recently used. So this is, or from brand color. So I do want to go with that kind of peachy color. Now, to me the line height is a little bit too much, so I'm going to bring that down a bit. And Tucker, if you're watching, you're laughing at me. Tucker is he's kind of my right hand in working on these templates here. And then we've got this, let's see, we got color. This is interesting. So I'm changing some of the elements colors as well. We have an overlay here. So
take that bad boy off.
Layers. I know, I was trying to decide, do I want to maybe like shrink?
That looks pretty. Yeah, I think you take that off. But that's just me. Or move it down. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Move it down. Maybe decrease the opacity a bit. Yeah. Now
just calm down a little bit. You're flipping through these things really, really quickly, but I want to point out that each of these little elements that you're able to go in and edit each one of them and move them around and really tweak this. So for those who are just joining us, it's, you start with Tailwind Create, you're able to, have it auto-generate all these awesome templates, but then you're able to go in and not only inside the templates, you're able to, on most of the templates, go in and select different layouts, but then you can go in even more and go in and tweak each the design element, change the colors. Yeah, you're messing with size. You actually can zoom in on the images and move that stuff around. That's a lot of customization right there, folks. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, and then like I'm thinking, well, maybe I want to try this purple for my font. Oh, I don't think that was a good idea. But look, there's an undo button. Every editor needs an undo button. So if I decide I really like this design, I like it exactly the way I've customized it, and I think I want to use it again, I'm going to favorite this design. And then that way when I come in, it's automatically available exactly the way that I saved it so that I can reuse it.
So you could go back, for example, and you really like this template, and you could go back and for the last 5 blog posts, if you wanted to try and make a pin in that design style, it would be easy to find and reuse.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to actually do that when we do another piece of content. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it and go back. Okay, so this one is selected. So now anything I change to the rest of them will not change this guy right here, because I've already said, all right, gotcha. I like this the way it is. But what I might want to do is add a subtitle. So a good subtitle might be stay organized.
Gotcha.
And so you'll see that organized. That's nice. That happens across all of these pins instantly.
Oh, so you could change your tagline. Let's say you're making a bunch of product pins or something like that. You could actually change, the tagline or, just set it and forget it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I can.
So,
in fact, I'm going to add a call to action. Now, there aren't call to action buttons on every single post, but there are on a lot.
Right.
I'm going to do, what did you say? Set it and forget it.
That's an old Ronco. See, I showed my age there. Remember Ronco? Set it and forget it. Because somebody made fun of me saying
nearly as old as you are. Yes.
Yes, and yeah, but wait, there's more.
That's
so,
right. That's right.
Yeah,
if you act now.
She's in our group as well, and is Anella. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I really like this one, and you probably want to change this too, like journals, and then I can. This isn't quite where I want it to be, so I just move it around with my mouse. I really like that one. Now, I love the colors together, but if I wanted to try something else, I could, of course, do this. Or if I wanted to try just like where the elements are positioned, I can switch the layout a bit. Oh, I like the blue. I always like the blue. That moves it up there. And obviously, it's not always going to be a perfect fit, depending on the image you have and what's going on behind there. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. So there's one. Should we do another one? And do we have any questions?
Let's yeah. Oh, we have questions. So let's why don't you get the other one pulled off? I'm gonna just kind of move this down and we'll come back to us. And so Sarah went and she came back. Let's add her back. Okay. There's Sarah's back. So we had a couple questions. Alice asked this question. Can you edit the photo itself? Now you can zoom in and zoom out, but I don't think you can actually edit the photo. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you are correct. You cannot. We are getting a ton of feedback, and when you go in there and try it, please hit that feedback button and tell us what you want, because we read every single one of those, and we are changing things all the time. So
Sarah says this is amazing. It is. Holly says loving this. Brittany is saying this is crazy cool. #game changer. That's right. Yes, it is. So a couple people have said something like Jennifer here. Is everyone getting access to Create now? I filled out a form several months ago and didn't get access. So that was when we were doing the beta program. So can you talk about how to get access to that?
Is in your dashboard right now. So you should see this little paintbrush create icon, and that is how you get there.
Now, what I had to do for Jennifer, who was asking before, is I actually had to log out and then log back in, and then it showed out. So if you're just going, it's like, it's not there. I had to log out and log back in, and that fixed the issue. So there, I want a kudos from the CS team because I said that. So,
that's right. Honorary CS member.
That's right. So
I want to point something out here. When you come back in, we save your recent sessions.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So I want to show that. So do that again.
Okay. So let's say something's got acting funny. It's bringing me back into this. I need to start a new session. But it should be able. Yeah,
because I did it before. Like when you went to something else, or I clicked on a different button and I went and scheduled or something. But if I came back, it had a little button says, "Do you want to continue editing?" And I went, "Yes." And
you can do that here. So pick up where you left off. So if we wanted to go back into the session with the journal, we click here, and it brings us right back where we were. So the same text and everything, the same thing is selected. Yeah.
So I just want, while you're getting this up, Anella said I got her name right. So just want to let you know that.
Excellent job. I'm going to stop.
We do have another question about collage pins and how you are able to make multiple photos. So while you have that pulled up, can we check out those filters on the side?
Yes, excellent idea. I'm trying to refresh here because for some reason I'm getting stuck in that session and I want to start over.
Hey, log out and log back in. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Okay, now I turned voiceover on by mistake. Stop. How to turn off? Okay, I'm going to log out.
See, told you. So we've got even people. Thank you guys for watching over on YouTube. Appreciate Happy Pin Design watching over on there. And so, yeah, we are getting to Steve's question too. How do you create a collage pin with multiple photos?
So okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do that next. If I can get myself logged in here properly. Sorry. So
a lot of people who were in the beta said it was a really fun tool. So here's a great question. This is from Sarah. Is this free or a subscription?
If you are a current Tailwind Plus member, you have been gifted the starter plan, and maybe Sarah could explain what that is.
I think Sarah froze. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Can you hear me? Am I back? All right. So if you are a current Tailwind member, you will access to that starter plan. And what the starter plan is going to look like is you're going to have access to 30 pin designs per month. You'll have 10 designs for your favorites. You've also got hundreds of basic element designs, basic multi photos, free stock photos. But if you're wanting more, you can actually go up to the Tailwind Create Advanced plan or the Tailwind Create Max, and we do have a support article over on support@tailwindapp.com that will give you out all of those prices, everything that's included.
Sarah, you broke up a little bit. Can you drop that link into the chat so we can bring that up for people who wanted to go see the different things? I know one of the things that that was really enticing for me to upgrade to is that with the upgraded plan that you get to upload your own fonts. So if you have branded fonts that, like for me, I have mainly Pinterest Tips fonts that I use for all my pins and stuff like that, that I'm able to upload those and use those, which is another big deal if you've designed pins before on other platforms. A lot of times those will not allow you to have your own fonts, and so for me that's worth the price of upgrading just to be able to do that. So very cool.
All righty, so here we go. We're going to go with another site.
Okay. There you go.
See it? All right, so as you see, it pulled up the pin title from the page itself. That's a long one. We'll deal with that in a moment. These are adorable pictures. So it's a cloud teething toy, and we have some really cute baby pictures. So let's grab those. And I'm telling you, like, photography makes all the difference, right?
It does.
Whew, these are beautiful. Okay.
I'm gonna get this for my son. I mean, he's 21, but he still chews on furniture, so it'd be good.
Oh, you are in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, these are so cute. Oh my goodness. Sarah, you getting any ideas here? Because they're cute. All right, so we're going to go with these. This is plenty. So the question was, how do we get collage pins? Well, we have lots. We have hundreds of them, in fact. And they will only be available when you have multiple images uploaded. So
okay.
These little filters over here we did not get into at all, but they're very cool. The content type. So if you're like, I have a blog post I want to promote, or recipe, or step-by-step, or testimonial, they are all kind of filtered by what kind of pins work best for what kind of content. Something similar with industry or a niche, and also pin format. So if I know I want a collage, I can filter so I only see collage pins. Are you ready?
Yep, go for it.
Okay.
Now, I think it's key that you need to add those multiple images at the beginning of the process and not later, so you can get these templates.
Yeah, although you can upload photos here. So once you get into this editor screen, you can upload photos or you can choose stock photos, but it won't like pull in more from your website at this point. You'll just go back out and start over if you want to do that. So here we have a whole bunch of really pretty collage pins. So then you start like moving things around. Aw, so cute.
That is really cool, though.
Yeah. And then if you're feeling like, not feeling this color, you can change the color palette. So what if I want to go with the colors from the first photo? I mean,
okay, so this now we just kind of glossed over this. This is actually pulling the colors from the photo.
It is actually pulling the colors from the photo.
From the first photo on the collage pins is where it's doing it, right?
Yep, that's right. You can pull them in from any of the colors. So this is the second one. We could do the second. So that's probably going to look.
See, this is great for me, like struggling with colors, that you can pull it from your photo is amazing. Because I buy my clothes right off the mannequin because I can't pick.
That's
so
it's a very good idea. Okay, so I've changed my color palette. I kind of like that one with all of them. So I'm going to close out of here. And then I'm going to change my text a bit because that's a lot.
It is.
Macrame, let's do macrame cloud teether. Okay. And then, yeah, so that's looking better already, right? Because we got the text is bigger.
Right.
And then I'm going to add a little subtitle. Organic.
We have a designer saying that designs look so good using those photo colors. So that's Julie. So she was.
Yay, hey Julie.
Yes.
Yeah,
she helped create a lot of this stuff. So
she sure did. And yeah, those color palettes, that's Julie. All right. Yeah, we might have some Tailwind people hanging out with us today, which is awesome. Organic, let's see. I can't think of another word, so I'm putting gluten-free, which is really silly, but it'll work.
The teether is gluten-free. There we go.
I'm sure it is.
I hope so.
You fight me on that one. Okay. Add a call to action. You could do like buy now. Okay. So wherever there's a call to action in the template, it's going to show up. I really like this one. So I'm going to kind of mess around with it, but boy, I kind of like it the way it is. Ooh, hey.
So what's it doing now?
I'm not really sure.
It's thinking. Okay.
It's thinking. It shouldn't. Okay.
Oh, those look, that really looks good.
Yeah, I like that one. Yep. Okay. So if you want to, like, all right, I'm going to select that, but now I want to change the text on some other ones. I can do that.
So let's say, like on that third example you have over there, what if you wanted to bring like one of those smaller photos to be the hero or the main photo? How do you change that out? Saying like, okay, that's great, but I want to try a different pin. I mean, because we can split test stuff really easily on Pinterest. Make a different, like the bottom one to the right on that same pin, which has a really cute picture of the baby.
Okay.
Let's try that. Would you switch that out easily?
Well, we have this try on different looks, and we can click on this photo swappy button. That's the technical name for the button.
Photo swappy button. Yes.
Yes, until we get to
the one you want.
Although I really like that one too, but you're right, the baby's super cute. So it's just cycling through them.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so
but you can easily drag that photo down so it's not on its fate.
I can zoom in. I can do super cute.
That's what's really cool to be able to do that. Yeah. One thing I do want to let people know is if you're used to using design programs, your arrow keys work when you go into the edit, the big edit thing. Like if you're wanting to nudge stuff back and forth, like really align some text or some elements, using your arrow keys does work inside of the Tailwind editor, which makes it really, really handy for moving things around. So that does work, which I was so happy that they did.
I'm arrowing down as we speak, and then I'm going to move it with this, and you get your little snap grid center indicator thingy, which I know is a big deal for people, and I totally understand that. I would.
So Steve asked this question. He asked, can you change the size of the pin?
No. Right now we have that standard 1000 by 1500.
Which Pinterest recommends, right?
Yeah. So, he's so cute. All right. Yeah, let's say that and go back.
So Anella says the pin she's created with Tailwind Create have performed pretty well organically. So that's always great to know. Yeah,
we've heard that. There was a lady who did a really great video for us. She's a fine artist, and she said, I usually fine artists only post just the art itself. And so she was a little skeptical of all this other stuff, right? Text on image or adding branding. But she went ahead and tried it, and I appreciate her willingness to do that. And she found that the ones she made in Tailwind Create are performing 3-to-1 compared to her other ones. So can you talk a little bit about when you were mousing over the images, there's a little heart that came up. What does that mean? Yes. So you can favorite the design right from here. So if I know right from looking at it that I really want this one, I'm gonna favorite it.
And then you can create multiple designs from that. Yeah,
that's right. Oh, and I forgot to use the favorite from the last time, but we'll do that in a second. I'd also wanted to show how you can change from no branding, which branding is highly recommended on Pinterest. But if you don't want branding, you don't have to have it. You can add your website or brand name, which looks pretty nice, or you can use a logo. And in this case, where we've uploaded 3 different logos, you can just cycle through and it changes them on all the pins that you have not selected. So remember, the ones you have selected, those are going to stay until you deselect them, and then all the changes will happen for that too. But I don't know, I kind of like the way the the website looks there.
So this is while you're getting the next thing up. So I wanted to ask a question that I'm trying to find it. It was, what's the difference between this and Canva?
Sarah, why don't you, if you're there, why don't you take that one while I grab another URL? Is she there?
Sarah, can you hear us? I don't think she can. I think she's frozen.
Okay.
So you have to take it.
I will take it. I'm just going to start from here. So as you notice, you put in your brand preferences you will put in your brand preferences at the beginning. So everything that you create, everything you see from the very start is going to have your brand fonts, your logo, your brand colors, just the way you set them up. So the other difference is going to be your favorites. Like, oh, that one did not pull in the images. Sometimes there's something with the site where it won't pull them in. Yeah, so, and everything is optimized for Pinterest. So on some other sites, it's kind of like the pin size version of an Instagram post, maybe. Right. So these are specifically built with Pinterest best practices in mind.
Right. And the thing that we haven't touched upon, but I know you're going to, is that this is seamless inside of Tailwind. So when you're done with this pin, you go right to your scheduler. So I would say that's the biggest difference, because if you pay for the pro plan on Canva, you do get the access to their branding thing as well. But you can't, this is like you make it and then you just put it right into your Tailwind queue and it gets scheduled out there. So it's all in one tool. For me, the more I can stay in one tool, the better, and how it makes it a lot quicker and faster. And Peg says she loves this. So thanks, Peg.
So glad. Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, so that's one of the differences between, Tailwind, Canva can create a ton of different graphics and for a ton of different things. This is specifically making pins very, very quickly that you can schedule out almost, not instantaneously, but super fast in your queue, and has more of the editing ability than I've seen in a lot of design platforms. So let me ask this question. This is from Melissa. She goes, can you download this pin to use as photos in a blog post? Can you download a JPEG version?
So we need to get a little further on this process so you can see.
Well, I'm just kind of, you're dragging a little bit, so I'm just trying to keep you up.
Dragging a little bit. Well, I wanted to show you how you can use your favorites. So I've come into my favorites, and here's this one that I selected as a favorite. Not sure why it's pulling in older images, but I can swap those out easily. I think because I use this account for testing. Who knows what I've done to myself. But anyway, so I'm going to select this one and we're going to go through the process. And I want to say the other thing about other difference with Tailwind Create is that, other platforms have brand preferences, but they aren't automatically dropped into every single
Right. That's a good point.
option.
Very good point.
I'm going to review my selection. Also, just the number of options that we show you to choose from is kind of staggering.
Yes, it is. And somebody mentioned that before, like it's a rabbit hole you can dive down because there's so many cool options that you can pick. So yeah.
But I mean,
that's why that favorite thing is really, really cool. So if you find one that works and you can recreate a lot of your pins that way, it's worth using that favorite feature.
Yeah, but absolutely, feel free to use those filters. You can combine filters too if you just want to see good blog posts for a post about entertainment, that will pull those up too. So what we did is we just shared, we put our pins into our drafts, right? So now we can change our pin title, add a description, and then put it in our queue. And
that was right from Tailwind Create. You're able to go right and click it and put it right into your drafts. That is such a huge thing. You don't have to download or upload. That saves so much time, especially when you're creating a batch of pins.
It surely does. Yeah. So, and another thing you can do is you can review your selection. So when you're like, oh, I don't know, I might have selected too many pins. Maybe I don't want to download or use them all. That's what this button here is for. Review your selection. And then you can make little tweaks from there if you want to. So I'm going to do that just for fun. I would tweak these for sure, but
but even that third one looks pretty good. I mean, the text pops quite a bit, and
know if
It's
I
a
like
great,
that
great
green,
image.
but you like the green?
Well, I mean, it just pops really well. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, yeah, see, that's what's so cool is you can change it
In a
really
second,
easily.
it just
Yeah.
cycles through your brand colors. Okay, so I have 4 selected. You're really only going to want to do 1 or 2 per idea. But here we go. We're gonna review our selection. So it's really nice to be able to look at them, especially if you selected some from 15 different rows, because there are lots of rows.
Right.
And then you can kind of, best practice tip. Okay. You can edit them all from here too. If you're like, oh, I do like this, but it would look a little bit better if I did that. And then you can download them here and schedule them just like we did before.
Very cool. So that's where you would go to download like a JPEG or a PNG or whatever for your blog post.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Because that's a great tip now that we're talking about it, because yes, you want to schedule those, but you like the ones that are performing well that you've saved. That would be one to go and embed on your blog post that you know somebody could pin it, for with their plugin or whatever.
I mean, if you're going to schedule them, you might as well download them too. And it doesn't, there are limits to how many pins you can create on the different plans, but it doesn't double count, right? So if you download and schedule, it's not 2 pins, it's 1.
That's great. That's good. Yeah. So there's this is a question from Karen asked this. Will this new tool schedule the same URL pins appropriately? Do you know what? I think you can set that URL. Maybe we need to go back and show how you initially set it up. So
absolutely, let's do that.
And you can change that as well, right? Like if you wanted to use UTM parameters on different ones. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can either put that in here when you're creating, or then when you get to your dashboard, you can always adjust that URL as well.
Right. So I know a lot of people who are since you can create so many cool different pins with Tailwind Create, being able to split test those. And I know a lot of people like to use, UTM codes, which lets them track which one's doing the best. And you can set it up that way as well. So that's really cool.
Right. Yep. And you just want to remember that just because you could share dozens of pins to the same URL doesn't mean you should. So you really want to be particular about the ones that you choose and make them custom to you. Okay.
Very cool.
This is pretty.
So somebody asked, and Sandy, thank you, Sandy, for showing up today. She's also from a group, and she says, these aren't video pins, right? And no, these are not video pins. These are static image pins. So yes, that's what this just launched on yesterday. So Wednesday. So I'm all, but so this is a new feature inside of Tailwind. So if you want to know about this or sign up for this, make sure you go to tailwindapp.com/create. That's tailwindapp.com/create. If you already are a Tailwind member, it shows up inside of your dashboard. It has the little create button. So once again, if you don't, if you don't see it, make sure that you log out and log back in. That's what fixed it for me.
And there's a feedback button. So if video pins are important to you, let us know. And let us know why or what kind of features you'd like to see, because we read every single one of those.
How many paragraphs do you want on that video pin one?
Well, I mean, I think a bulleted list would be fine.
I would love to be able to do that. But anyway, I'm just glad to get this right now. We'll see what happens. But but yes, make sure you use the feedback tool.
This really is just the start. So, wow, I'm liking these already. I'm gonna do a little filtering. So let's see what we get if we say, all right, I know I've got art. I'm telling you, this filtering here.
Yes,
it's tricky.
That's really helpful, because you can get overwhelmed with. Yeah, you can get overwhelmed with all the pins that you can create, and being able to filter what would work for a blog post, and then in those different sections is pretty amazing.
Okay, I love this one right here. This is a collage pin, so it's pulling in 3 images, and it just looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, love
Very
it.
cool.
So
more questions, and this is from Maggie. Maggie asks, I don't have a website, only Etsy. Will these pins go to my Etsy shop? And yes, because you're able to create, you could use your images, especially if you're creating things. You could have those images that you could upload, and then you would use going to that specific Etsy URL where you're selling that product that you're creating the pin for. So that's where you would do that. So you could use this for anything. So yeah, it's a really powerful tool.
Love
Look at those. Those are amazing. Yeah.
If any of you out there are seeing your pins, send me an email. I'll make you some pins if you want.
Yeah, because we're doing this live with people who submitted things last time we went live, and so yeah, we've got these are amazing. So looking
good.
really, really good.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so much fun just to go try it yourself. So if it looks like I'm having fun, I totally am. So please join and try it.
Let's talk about that a little bit. So let's talk about when it counts against, you get so many when you're on the free plan. And then, but you can go in and play and create all these things, and you're not dinged until you actually go schedule it or download it. Correct?
That's absolutely right. Yep.
So you can play to your heart's content.
All you want.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Love this. Okay. I hope that
okay, this is a great great question from Carrie. She goes, can you show us how to crop a picture to better fit the size allocated on a pin? Sometimes the picture isn't centered or doesn't fill up the whole spot.
Okay, so let's do that with this one. So let's say we wanted to move it around. All I'm doing is clicking the image here and just moving it around.
Yeah. Can you go to the edit window so it's a little bit bigger?
Yep. I just like how much you can do without ever having
I know, but this will show it better. You can do it in that other window when you're looking at them all, but I wanted to let her, like, if you see one that you like and you're like, oh, this photo isn't really working the right way, this is how you can go in and really tweak it.
Uh-oh. What did I do to that picture?
Now Elisa broke the
Okay, let me get out of there. Whew. I don't know what I did.
But yeah, so you can zoom in as well, Carrie, and so to fill up the space and move stuff around. And so, like, if you had a product, you could easily zoom in on it.
Yeah, so these are actually taking up the space assigned to them. But if you don't like the way it looks, you can just pull it around. You can, if I use my mouse and kind of like scroll with my mouse, I can make it bigger in the window. You're making a C-stick, Lisa. I know. I'm sorry. I promise you it works when you go in there. Yeah, so I can just move that around. But like Jeff said, go into the edit and you can do anything. Yeah. You want.
That's where I would recommend you. Like, if you see something that's close, but you're like, I don't know, then go into the edit, click on it so you can go in and edit it, and then you can tweak everything. You can move the text around. Don't forget, like I mentioned before, you can, nudge things with your arrow keys and get everything exactly right. And also, if we've kind of gotten, I remember when this came out, this is how old I am, when you have those snap to features where you can snap it to center and all that kind of stuff, that is built in as well, which is really good. I remember I used to count how many times I would hit the arrow key so I could do it every time. So now it snaps to everything and you can lay out things that way really, really easily.
Yeah. So I'm going to change these around a little bit. You can do this.
There you go.
Like, I don't know if you want to do that, but you absolutely can.
Right.
And then you can change the layers. So that one, I want to bring it forward. You can pretty much do anything you would want to do. You can add more text elements if you want to. We have some elements here, but you can also search. So let's say we wanted to add a pretty flower, and there's no easier way to make a totally custom design than to add little elements, which are really fun, especially certain times of year.
Now, where did you find those? So tell us where you went to go get elements from.
I went to the little sidebar under text, and there is an elements button, and at first you only see a couple, but then there's a search bar, so you can I could add the Daisy sour cream logo. I think that's what that is. Yeah, so you can add these to make them a little more custom. I don't know.
So let's talk about this for a minute. Let's say we have a great call to action. We want to have a call to action like click here now or download my PDF or whatever. And so, we've found a lot of people talked about how having an arrow to the call to action will really, draw the eye and allow more people to click. So can you go over to elements and click on arrows and find like arrows that you can, there you go. Look at that.
An arrow, and I can make it,
And you can change the color.
the color.
Very cool. Yeah. To your actually brand colors. So that kind of stuff is really, really cool that you have those elements.
It is really cool. I can duplicate stuff. I can rotate things. This pin is getting a little crazy, but yeah, and I can add more photos from here or more stock photos. So what do we want for a stock photo? Let's do a bedside cup. I mean, we're getting really nutso here.
Yeah, do not do what Elisa's doing for your pins, but we're just showing you.
Good. Like, I wouldn't. All right, so where did that go?
So this is from Laura. She says, I used this great tool yesterday to create 10 pins in about 10 minutes. And the best thing is I didn't have to upload photos, just the URL for a product. So what she did at the very beginning, she went in, added her URL to whatever her shop is, and it scraped those images she had already uploaded to where you could buy her product from, and it pulled them in, and that's how she was able to create those images super, super quickly. Thank you, Laura. That's like a power tip right there. That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, you can do pretty much anything you want.
So let me find some more questions here. Holly goes, darn it. Now I'm not going to do anything done this afternoon because I'll be exploring all of this. Yes, it is. It's based on Pinterest, and Pinterest is a big rabbit hole anyway. So of course this had to be as well.
So sorry, but
yes,
it is productive.
Yeah. Yes. So that's the thing we've talked about, the testing things and, having multiple pins, and because Pinterest likes to have a lots of different types of content. And so this is a great way to scratch that itch of creating multiple static images that you need to do for your account. So
yeah, and make sure you're not just like making different design treatments. Make sure it's additive to the platform. So if I'm going to do several pins for this this product listing, I'm probably going to use a lot of different text on the image and different title, different description, might even save it to a different board to kind of reach a different audience, to reach a different to get into different search, right? So what you don't want is to have 20 pins show up in the same search, because that's just not it's not a good user experience. So just think about how you can reach people a little bit differently.
And Sarah did circle back to, how many images we can have. And she has mentioned that there is no limit on as that many as you can load. So I wouldn't like upload your entire SKU of like 1,500 images, because that may make the tool bog down a little bit, because it is web-based, but there's no limit. So you are able to upload as many as you need to when you start creating your pins. Let's see some other questions. And I saw... So Melissa asked, can you miss that part? She missed the part on how to download a pin that she's created. Can you point that out quickly?
Yeah, let's do that
once again. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. I think we should do a takeover too. So I'm going to pull up some images, and I want people to tell me what to do with it.
Okay. Yeah. So there'll be a delay. So give us some time on that. So.
Okay. So I'm not really sure which item this is. I'm just going to choose some pictures.
And there was a question about, is this Hill asked, is this going to remain free? And awesome Sarah said, yes, it'd always be a free plan if you're interested in increasing your creativity. There are 3 different plans for you to choose from, and then you can go there to this article, and I'm not going to read it all out because it's really long, but you can see that on screen or click on it in the comments. But that's where you can go to find out all the added on plans where, like we mentioned before, there's that medium tier where you can actually upload your fonts, which is very, very cool, and you get more pins a month and all that kind of thing. So make sure to check that out. But it's the free plan, man. You can go and play with that a lot and figure out the tool and see if it's going to work for you, which I would not think that anybody would say it's not going to work for them, because it's amazing. But anyway, if you want to know more and you are like, where do I go? You want to make sure you go to tailwindapp.com/create. That's tailwindapp.com/create.
Yes. And if you do want to upgrade to a higher plan, do it before February 1st because we have special discount right now, 50% off.
Oh, that's a big deal.
1st. So yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out
And
today.
Sarah also,
Decide.
I was going to say, Sarah also had a great place where she has a Tailwind Create Best Practices article, and that's at support.tailwind.com. I'll just. Oh,
Hey Alexa.
hi, Sarah. That was Siri. I don't know why.
Okay, so
Anyway.
I'm gonna do this one here. Tell me what to do, and I'll just do it. Jeff, you can start if nobody has any.
Okay, so I'm seeing it on a small screen because I'm running the show, but I like the one because, you know, I've always wanted to have text really pop and stand out. So I like the last one on the right,
This one.
that one, because now I don't like it's over her face, but I'm looking at it going, okay, there's a good contrast. It's going to be a big title. And all the elements are there that I really, really like. And I think I can work with that one. So that's one I would select.
Okay, are we adding any text?
I don't know what we're selling.
We're selling long beaded fringe earrings, Jeff.
So that doesn't tell me anything, just that there's long. So what would you change the title to? Because you're a better copywriter than I am.
Oh, on the fly, huh?
Yeah. See what happens.
I think I would be pretty basic, beaded fringe earrings.
Okay.
And then I would probably add a subtitle.
Yeah. Make your head pop now or whatever. I don't know. Make it.
I was going to go with something a little less violent.
Okay. But no, I mean like pop, like exciting, like make it. I don't know. I don't wear bearded fridge earrings right now. So.
Oh, I just love this little font. This is Zilla Slab Light. This is a custom font I uploaded. Just think it's so pretty. Okay. So I've got that. I might do a call to action. Yeah.
What's the call to action?
My call to action is going to be shop now.
Okay.
And
now, would you put it in the same color as the bearded fringe earrings, or would you have it a different color?
I mean, it's going to depend on the template.
Okay.
You can edit it, but here's another thing I want to do. And I don't know if it's going to happen on this template or not, but if you put a number in your title, it's going to ask you if you want to emphasize the number or not. And so certain templates have like that special.
Oh yeah, it makes it 5. Or, yeah, gotcha.
Or like a list article.
That is really cool. I did not know that. That is really awesome.
Yeah, so many little things to discover. Okay, so I want to leave it like this. Her face, yes.
So I would zoom up on it and drag her down as much as you could, so it's not on top of her face. That would be me.
I'm gonna try first though. I'm gonna try a layout remix because that's kind of what this is for. It's like if a placement
gotcha.
Quite what you wanted, that's closer. That's not gonna work. That's better.
That's better.
I would go with that. Yes, I like that one.
But I would zoom in, more on her earrings because that's what we're selling.
Yeah, I don't even think the earrings are in this picture, but that's okay.
Okay, yeah.
In theory.
For example, that's what this
yes. And then I would change probably. I don't know. I did like the peach. It popped really nicely.
You know, if Julie's still listening, I think it'd be really cool to have. Like I love the palette thing. I think because especially us for for color challenged people, very, very helpful. But because Pinterest is such a seasonal platform, I would love to see seasonal palettes in there. Would that be cool if we could do like Thanksgiving or Christmas? Just saying.
Really smart.
Hey, Julie.
I'm gonna take that idea if she doesn't hear it from here.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what the cool thing when you have a live show, you can make suggestions.
That's right. And then I can take credit for them. Okay.
Exactly. You'll get some tacos.
Yeah. All right. I do like that. I do.
Yes. And I like what you did with the white that made it pop a little bit more. I mean, I get the peach, but I think that looks a lot better.
This is, I think, blue. I chose a different palette altogether so that we can kind of
see, I get credit. That's a great idea, Jeff. See, I got it.
Drats.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So again, we were going to show how to export. So, but first, this is just bothering me a little bit.
Now that's where you can use those nudge keys. So those nudge arrow keys on your keyboard.
And I want
it's really handy for text.
Line height, spacing a little tighter. Yeah. Okay. Yep. nudge it down with the arrow key. Okay, and now I'm going to save and go back. And I think, was it Sarah was asking? Oops, that's too much. Asking to show how we download and stuff. Okay, let's do it. Save and go back.
So Carrie says that was her link for the fringe earrings on Etsy, but Etsy links being a bunch of photos from other listings. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So review your selection. We already only have one, but let's just do it. Okay.
And so you could do all those if you wanted to. You could move all this. Okay.
You could. You're not going to want to use the same text on image.
Right.
You know, definitely want to highlight different search terms and everything. Okay. So it's selected. We're happy with it. Now we can download them.
Right there.
We can download them right there. If you have several, it comes in a zip file. And then I'm going to schedule. So if you are using Tailwind already and you're familiar with drafts, this is a very familiar experience to you. If you're not, I'll just show you quickly.
Good. That'd be a great place to wrap her up.
All right. This is like the most fun hour of my day.
I know. You get to play.
I do. Okay, so we're gonna do a board that doesn't actually fit, but we need a board. Okay. Instagram love. But normally you would choose a relevant board only. You can do a couple and then spread out the interval. So
right.
What I do here is I have 3 boards I want it to go to. I would only do relevance, and then at very closest 7 days apart, but I'm going to spread them out, and then I just set my interval, and this tells you kind of when the first one will go out and then the next one.
Right.
All right. So then I've got that set. I've got text on image. It automatically pulls in the same text from your image to your title. You want to change that. You really want it to be like a headline for your pin.
Right.
Because that's what they see in the feed, right? Like they see the text on the image and they see the title. So if it's a duplicate, it doesn't add anything to it. Make it a headline, make them want to click, but don't use the word click because that's clickbaity. Right. And then your description. So 1 to 2 sentences using keywords, but writing in like natural language.
Right. You don't want keyword stuff. You want
no keyword stuffing. And then you just schedule it and it shows up over here in your schedule.
Yep. And that's very cool. And I would not, I mean, it's an easy habit to do is to, copy and paste, but this is a great time where you can actually test different headlines and descriptions. And I mean, a lot of times this is me, I get to this set and I'm just going to copy and paste. I'll be done. Well, that's not always good. You want to use this time to figure out, your audience and, what you're doing and, do some testing, I guess.
Right. And if you're saving so much time on the image creation part of it that you have a little bit of time so that you can actually think about the title and description. As you might have noticed here, the pin URL pulled in what we added in the beginning of the pin creation process. If you do want to add a UTM here, absolutely go and do that. It's good for A/B.
Yeah, this is the best place for you Pinterest nerds to actually go in and put the UTMs. This is where I do it. So like if I'm scheduling multiple pins and I want to see which one's performing better, I can go in here and actually amend to that URL, that UTM code straight from like my Google dashboard or whatever. So yeah, very, very cool.
Schedule, go for it. So you've just cut out all the steps that normally you'd have to take if you're downloading if you're saving from Photoshop, then you have to upload. If you're downloading from a web-based editor, you have to download and then upload them to here. You're saving all of these steps.
Right. Yeah. All righty. So we're getting pretty much to the end of our time together. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going, oh my gosh, what did she do with that scheduling? And we got people going, what's the recommendation and how many, time between boards and all that. We will do a show about scheduling, we promise, because I know you guys who are just new to Pinterest and maybe just new to Tailwind because Create was so awesome. You're like, I'm going to be all on board with Tailwind. So we probably need to do some follow-up shows where we talk about, the scheduler, how to schedule it, how, what's the best practices, what's new on Pinterest that, has changed some things. And so we probably need to do a follow-up show and walk you through that. But Tailwind has a ton of information on their website. So make sure you go to Tailwind and check them out. But if you're just joining us and you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this tool is awesome, make sure you go to tailwindapp.com/create. There's a free plan if you are you're interested in that. And also, if you are a Tailwind user already, which I know a lot of you are, you do have access to that as of yesterday. So log out, log back in. It should show up there. If you don't, there's an incredible CS team that will take care of you. Customer service with Tailwind is one of the reasons they are so awesome. And, go there, check it out, sign up, play with it. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. And if you don't have a Tailwind account, get the free trial. It's 30 free pins. You can take as long as you want to use them up or as short as you want. And then you'll be able to try Tailwind Create as well.
Yeah. And with that is our time.
Jeff, what are you up to these days?
Oh, we have a lot of stuff. A lot of guys here. We're in our new group that we started. I started a group, a Pinterest group with Kim Garce. It is pinsmadesimple.com if you'd like to go check that out. But anyway, a lot of fun. Thank you, Paul. Of course, he said he was actually watching. He is in there saying, great information. Thanks, Paul. He's awesome. Paul's a great guy. But we love you guys. We love you to try this and check this out at tailwindapp.com/create. Go play with it. Let us know. I think you're going to love it. And I'll let you have the last word as always.
Okay. Thank you. So we've had beta testers in Tailwind Create for weeks now, and the feedback we have gotten has truly changed the product. It changes the product every single day. So when you're in there and you see something doesn't work as you expected, or you're confused about something, or you just have a suggestion, like the suggestion about what video pins, please leave your feedback. We literally read every single piece of it. I'm somewhat obsessed with that channel. So I look forward to seeing your feedback come through there. And thank you.
And with that, we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye now. Have a great weekend.